All of our summer camp directors, it's almost camp season's coming up quick, so we want to make sure that our counselors are well equipped with the knowledge and skills to respond to sudden illness and injury during your camp season. It's really important to make sure that when you're hiring and onboarding your summer camp staff, to make sure that they have their first aid CPR AED training and certification, typically either done through American Red Cross, could be the American Heart Association, or the Health and Safety Institute. Those are pretty much our three nationally accredited foundational programs that we offer this type of training in. It's very important, number one, just for the culture of camp in general, for safety, but also number two, it's your job and the counselor's jobs to protect and make sure that the campers are safe and secure in the setting that you're in, both indoors and outdoors for camp seasons, right? So again, a lot of those things covered in the first aid program for the adult pediatric first aid CPR AED. You have environmental injuries, right? It's summertime during camp season. It's going to be extremely hot outside, so there's some best practice there in terms of identifying environmental emergencies, things like hot and cold related emergencies, bee stings and stings in general, right? There's a lot of different topics like shock or seizures and how to handle these situations that get covered in the program. Now, on top of a foundational first aid CPR AED program, what we find in most of our clients in the industry of summer camp and camp directors and recreation centers in general, they'll always want to add the skill boost of anaphylaxis with epinephrine auto-injector. Now, again, a lot of our campers, when we go through the enrollment process and we're doing the onboarding questions for camp with their families directly, they're going to likely send an EpiPen if any of the kids that you have at camp are going to be dealing with allergies and allergic reactions to things. So that, because you're going to have those on site, and because typically we see a pretty decent volume of individuals with allergies, we could experience anaphylaxis as a result of allergic reaction. So a lot of our clients, specifically summer camp staff, are always adding that skill boost in, and I would always recommend that for other camps as well, because it's probably one of the more relevant things going around, especially this year. So with that in mind, making sure that your camp staff all have a valid and credentialed first aid CPR AED, both for adult and pediatric, which includes infant and child. And on top of that, it's always recommended to add the skill boost of anaphylaxis with epinephrine auto-injector. Now again, there's other skill boosts you can do, like asthma and quick relief inhaler. There's naloxone and Narcan training, bloodborne pathogen. There's a lot of different skill boosts we can add. But again, in the summer camp industry, typically you'll see the asthma or the anaphylaxis training as an add-on. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video today. There's some links below if you guys want to have us a conversation with us to talk through that process and what that would look like for you. Happy to help out. And we hope you guys have a great camp season. Thanks.